Hello YouTube, this is my first YouTube video. This is quickly going through my Hot Toys, Sideshow and custom collectibles. I've got quite a few collectibles on the way. I'm building a few as well, some custom pieces. I've been putting off doing a video until I sort of get these pieces. But I've always got new ones in order, so I decided that I better just make a video, and I can always update it at some point. I'll get straight into it. I'm not going to go into too much about some of these because a lot of you already have them, and there's 101 reviews already online for these figures. The T800 Hot Toys Battle Damage version, yeah, really cool piece. Loved the film growing up. It's one of the main reasons that I do collect these items as well. So that's him. Moving on is the Jack Nicholson Mime version from the 1999 Batman film. Is the first piece I ever bought about 2 years ago now, and it is the only piece I own, I think, that's probably lost value. Well, that's him, and it does go really well with the 1989 Batman. This is the second version from Hot Toys, 1989 Batman. As I say, I know quite a lot of people who've got 8 Batman and 12 Terminators and 115 Iron Man. For me, I'll finish my personal list before I start doubling up on any sort of items. I would take another Batman, probably the Dark Knight version, and probably another couple of Terminators. Actually, I have got a full scale head on its way, a T800 exoskeleton head. That's coming, so that'll look pretty cool as well, along with quite a few other pieces. That's my Batman. Next to it again, another usual suspect. Most of your serious collectors will have got all the pieces that I've already shown you. It's the Hot Toys Predator. Yeah, really cool, one of my favourite ones. Again, it's probably one of my most favourite movies of all time, which is why he's sort of in there. Okay, moving on. Got the long arm of the law. I don't like having these collectibles in doubled up like this. This is sort of a temporary setup. I'm moving apartments at the minute, so I'm in a sort of halfway. This is not how I have it set up. I'm a full unit down, and I'm a man cave missing. So they're not set up properly. They're just sort of thrown in here, unfortunately. But it's enabling me to get through them a bit quicker in a video. So anyway, this Judge Dredd is the blue version. I didn't realise it was the blue version till afterwards. I wasn't paying attention on eBay. A couple of beers, I think, while I was bidding. Doesn't bug me that much to pay another couple of 300 euros out to swap the colour of the suit. It is a really cool figure anyway, I love Judge Dredd growing up, 2000 AD, there were quite a few of them. That's him. Next to him is Robocop. It's a die-cast version, Hot Toys. A heavy piece actually, really good quality. Again, loved the movies when I was a kid. Movie, should I say. The first one was good, the rest sort of ruined it. But anyway, that's the Robocop. Next on is the Hitman. This is the 1/6 Dreamer Hitman. When I saw this advertised, I saw the pictures, I thought, yeah, it looks really good. It's it was doing some dynamic poses. I thought, yeah, I love the game franchise, so I really wanted this figure. Got it at a reasonable price, opened it up, got him out, and he couldn't even stand up. So I was a bit annoyed, to be fair. A few key parts were missing, I thought, as well, that should have been in there. Yeah, I decided to customise the tie. That's a wire running through to the back, right around the back of the neck, so that's posable. I custom made a twin holster, or I adapted a holster to make it a twin holster to fit his silver balls in there. It's missing the syringe, 1/6 syringe, which I think's pretty important to the game. It's also missing, it was missing the fibre wire. 1/6 syringe I'll probably purchase at some point, and I did decide to make my own fibre wire, which I must say does the trick. And it's gone from, obviously, I've bought the weapons rack at the back. I bought a shitload of weapons and filled that up. I bought the Hitman case. I'm probably going to put the logo on the front of that at some point. And I bought a die-cast 50 caliber sniper rifle. It's actually too heavy for him to hold, but it still looks cool. It can hold it, but it can't aim it or anything. It's just far too heavy. So as I was saying, it's gone from a mediocre piece now to a pretty decent figure. It certainly holds its own against the rest of them. So that's my modified Dreamer Hitman. Moving on, again 2-in-1. I'm not going to keep moaning about it, but it does annoy me. These pieces deserve to have their own sort of display. Well, they're quite expensive, at the end of the day. You do a few hundred euros on a piece. You want it to look like it is. These are popular Hot Toys and expensive Hot Toys. These collectibles. Anyone with a keen eye will probably see that they are not original Hot Toys versions. The blade was purchased as a set off eBay. Anyone that has seen the set and toying with the idea of getting it, I'm not sure if there's any reviews about the sets online, but anyway, this is the set. So I purchased the clothes first. I decided it was worth throwing 120 euros away if it looked crap. They arrived and I was really impressed actually. Without having the Hot Toys version next to it to compare to, you sort of take the figure for what it is, which is a cool looking figure for the price. I ordered the weapons, they came to finish him off, and as I say, I've seen the Hot Toys version, and yeah, to be fair, it's pretty damn good for what it is. The Leonidas is actually more, it's a what was it now? Mom's Toys, I believe, and it's Mom's Toys Warwolf. It's not been out that long, I don't think. I saw it on eBay not too long ago, and I'm on there quite regularly. So as soon as I saw it, I knew I was going to have to change the body. It's actually a really good quality made body, but I'm certainly going to use it for another custom piece. But it was no good for this. All the seams were showing, all the joints and stuff, and it just makes it look like an expensive toy. I did buy a custom head, the raw head. I also purchased some arrows separately as well. They don't fit in that shield. They will do. Some of the little projects I'm going to have to do. The holes are there. They have been cast, but they're not deep enough for the arrows. So I'll be drilling that out and fixing the arrows at some point. Again, for what it is, and without having the Hot Toys version next to it, I'm quite happy. It is creeping to 300 euros. To be fair, that's sort of the amount that I'd be happy paying for the Hot Toys version, really. Yes, I know it's a collectible, that's part of the reason we sort of buy into these things, because they do gain value, but even if the Hot Toys version is 10 times better than this one, I'd still be a little annoyed if I paid, best part of 1,000 euros for it. This way I sort of get the figure that I wanted, or as close to the figure that I wanted, for the price that that I was happy to pay. So that's my Leonidas. Moving on, we've got it's just a kit bash really. Peter Bateman Ghostbuster. It's mostly Mattel parts. I did swap out the body. it just didn't fill the suit good enough for me, I didn't think, so that got swapped. I was going to swap the head. There's some 1/6 custom heads floating around on eBay. Cinderman, I believe. Don't shoot me down if I've pronounced that wrong or whatever. Produces some pretty good quality 1/6 custom heads. They are pricey, but I'm not gonna bitch and moan if you can't sculpt it, produce it yourself. You shouldn't really be moaning about the price of the people putting on their artwork. As I said, and especially if it's good quality. I did purchase the extra bits for him. He's got all the gadgets. He's got the Slimer pack in the back. I would probably like to. I will change out his head eventually. But it's not bugging me enough to spend the money just yet. I've got other things that I'm sort of working on. So that's the Ghostbuster. Next on is Wolverine. This figure was the first figure that I ever kit bashed. It's ended up being quite expensive. I live in Spain. Sometimes the postage out here can be quite a lot. And when you're buying multiple parts to build a custom figure, it's multiple postage as well, so it can bump up the cost of the overall piece considerably. This piece I think's ended up creeping up to like 150 to 170 euros, I believe. Hot Toys head, of course. Custom claws. I got the jacket and the jeans set that came with a purple shirt that I got rid of, and swapped it out with a vest and the dog tags. Again, a lot of people have got Wolverine. As I said, this one is a custom. About doing customs, I'll always go for the most expensive, not the most expensive, the best quality parts. It also normally equates the best quality parts are the most expensive parts as well. But as I said, you're trying to build a custom. You're trying to put it next to an expensive Hot Toys figure. It's got to hold its own, otherwise you bring your collection down a bit, I think, personally. I am a professional artist by trade, amongst other things, so I do sort of have an artistic eye, shall we say. So when it comes to buying parts for these figures, there's no expense spared. Sometimes I'll go for multiple parts or multiple items, clothing items, till I find the exact right one. Again, it's not really good for the wallet as an investment, but as I said, it's the fun factor there as well. You've got to remember that. If you're building these things and you're doing a good job, it's good fun. Okay, so moving on to Bruce Lee. He's not the Entebbe version. Is another kit bash. It's actually probably one of the cheapest that I have, costing around 85 euros. The kit was bought off eBay. You got the yellow suit, the nunchucks and the trainers. I got a good quality head sculpt, a decent quality body, and I put him together. Again, Bruce Lee, one of who doesn't like Bruce Lee, and especially the older generations that will, remember the films a lot clearer, or even watch the films. I mean, a lot of kids these days don't know who he is, but they've never watched a Bruce Lee movie. So again, that's the reason why he's in there as well. I probably will spend a little bit more time and effort on him. Maybe do a custom base, put some floorboards in there. Maybe get the Asian, Chinese, Japanese, the blinds, the screen blinds. Maybe make one of those up for the back as a little bit of a diorama. Just to add a bit to him, basically. But apart from that, as I said, if people are wondering about these kits on eBay, they're not all great. Don't get me wrong. Some of them, look better than others. If you can afford to throw a bit of money at it and check out the quality, then great. If not, try and find a review, someone sticking a review up about them on YouTube, and then take it from there. Oh, wipe out. Okay, this is the first part of my video, so I'm going to be back shortly with part number 2. Thanks.